You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to Dustin? Yeah, latex on my...
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. It's locked. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Ride, 674. Ride, 675.
From the gun, here's Love. It's complete to Grant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll fake it. Now Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Handsome footwork at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now it's Watson to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Watson. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Flag 22! Flag 22! Richmond!
Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Doyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They run with Hines. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's a good sign early for the Colts, who had just 25 sacks last season.
People talk about putting an emphasis on an area of need. That's showing that the emphasis is paying off. Going ahead and getting to the quarterback early. When you only have 25 sacks in a season, that's not going to get you to the playoffs.
That was 31st in the league. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 11.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
A lot of times people want to recreate the past, especially when the past has been successful. When the Colts were good, they flew on defense. And Kamoko Toure out of Rutgers, he can do exactly that when he rushes the passer.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Only 3 punts in NFL history have gone for 90 yards or more. You just witnessed one. It's number 4. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go, Mexico!
They begin the drive with Hines. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Luck on first down. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hurry! Right! 675! 4 down!
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Flush to his right. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now a handoff to Miller. Quick move by Miller. Gets through, and now an opening. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, Luck. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Throwing on third down. Luck. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Watson now on second down. He shakes it off. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Faking the give, now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. 1:59 to go in the first half. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a carry from Mack. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Hines. And a nice spin into some open field. 31 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Go.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like low.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Come back, come back. Two jet. Tiger.
From the end zone, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Reset. Richmond. Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's a give to Miller. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Reset.
This is Miller. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it again with Miller. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Oh, he stays up. Dumps it complete to Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Target.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Oh, nice move. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Richmond.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, here's Miller. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Reset.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
On 1st and 10, Luck. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 43.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Luck. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Andre Howe. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They got to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To throw is Luck. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Locke. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down throw. Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now it's Hines. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Colts on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run again with Hines, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Now a toss play. This is Matt. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. After the run, Luck going to throw. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A shotgun snap for Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Underneath for Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A handoff running left is Miller. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing now, Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0, zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Texans, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll head back.